Good morning everybody. It's good to be here. I thought it was really interesting to show you. Look what was at the bottom of the decks when I opened them this morning. So I think Spirit has got some messages for us. We have happiness, and then we had the sun, and you can't get a happier card than the sun. So I think things are looking great for us today. And then you have Queen of Swords, which is a formidable woman who is straight talking. She's fair-minded, strong in her own power, knows her own mind. Okay, so 3 really good cards, and they were literally there as I picked up the decks this morning. So let's get started. To those of you who are new here, I want to say a massive welcome and thank you for being here. Those of you who are returning, again, thank you very, very much. Please don't forget, guys, to like and share, because it really, really helps the visibility of the channel and it makes it more visible to other people, so other people can share in what you're finding as positive from the work that I'm doing. I love doing this. It's Monday again. Again, I have no idea of the date. The weeks just keep whizzing by. I hope you've all had a good week. I want to call in the ancestors and our blessed guides, Brother, Father, God. Thank you so much for your guidance, for your presence in our lives, for loving us and supporting us. Please, can you please today tell me what we would like our divine melanated feminine collective to know. What message do you have for our divine melanated feminine collective today? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Okay, so we have enlightenment. Wow. So, ladies, my beautiful sisters, you're on a path of enlightenment. Okay. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay. Right, and I forgot to get my other oracle deck out. So let me just grab that really, really quickly. Sorry, excuse me. All right, so again, one of my favourites, because it just seems just quite as precise. So let's see. Mother, Father, God, Holy Spirit, guardian angels, and our wonderful ancestors who we love dearly. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for your presence in our lives. And although things that happen in our lives we might not always see beauty and the benefits of, we know that you are always working alongside us for our highest good. Please, what do you have to tell us? Whoa, the collective today. Okay, all right. The one okay, we've got a change in the wind. We have the sea, and we have community. All right, wow. I'm not quite sure I can take all of those. So that one's the one I feel I need to take, which is a change. There's a change in the wind. All right. So for some of us, whatever situation we're dealing with, enlightenment is coming as well as change, which sounds really, really good and really promising for the start of a new year. Okay. Right. So for each of these, I'm going to read from the book. So we have enlightenment. Okay, enlightenment. All right. Enlightenment. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of an ordinary definition of self and expands into a greater awareness of the self within the universe. You are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit and connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface are supporting you on your journey. Have faith in yourself. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Have patience that there is a plan unfolding. The sky's the limit. This card represents enlightenment and signals that you are entering a time of expansion and transformation. Wow, how wonderful. Transformation is always good. in a luminous and a remarkable way. Trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, for most certainly they are. Okay, now I know some of us fear change, but change and transformation are always positive. Sometimes change has to be dramatic, which is where you get your tower moments, because that's in order to sweep away what's no longer serving you, so that the new can come in. You know, it's just like holding a fist, isn't it? If you don't release and let go, then you can't receive more. Okay, if you're tightly held onto something, maybe it's some kind of modality, way of living, thought pattern, inherited family, inherited kind of family methodologies or ideas, and if they're not serving you, the individual spirit and soul that chose to come here, then spirit will sweep things away in a very dramatic way, and that's where you get your tower moments. So transformation, even though often it's painful, is always a good thing, because invariably something positive comes as a result of it. So next we have a change in the wind, and that's number 12. So which is a 3. So 1, 2 and 1 is 3. So 3 is about creativity. It's usually about celebration, family, that kind of thing. So we have a change in the wind. The oracle's message is, it's human nature to yearn for certainty and to resist change, which is what I was saying. We want the world to remain consistent, like a zebra's stripes, yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation. There's that word again. So Spirit is obviously very, very, very keen for us to know that transformation, we are changing. You're going to step into a new self and a new life. Now is a time of transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course, and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Absolutely. Life is about life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Oh, what a beautiful card. I love that. Being a really eclectic Aquarian, we like change. We don't like stagnation. We like to move forward. We like things to shift. So that doesn't sound scary to someone like me. However, I know to some of you that will sound a little bit unnerving. However, as it says, change is always good. Change nourishes the soil. It scatters the seeds. And you can't grow anything new unless you plant seeds. So that is a very beautiful card, and Spirit is very clearly telling us that next year we're in for some change, ladies and gentlemen, because there are some gentlemen that watch this. All right, so let's now take some tarot, shall we, and see what else is coming up for us. This is exciting. I'm quite excited about this reading. Transformation is always a good thing. I'll move these over here because I've only got 2 oracle cards today. So let's see. Okay, so Father, Mother, Father, God, bright angels, our beautiful ancestors. Thank you. What message do you have for the Divine Melanated Collective today? Messages for the Divine Melanated Collective, please. Aha. Oh, probably the clumsiest and most awkward shuffler there is, but I will get there. I will. Oh, we have Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Just thought I'd show you that. So maybe there's a message there for some of us that love is coming in. Let's see if it comes out again in the reading, shall we? Okay. I know for many of us, some of us have been absent of that kind of romantic love that really stimulates a particular side to yourself for quite some time. So that would be nice if the new year brought in some love for some of us. For others of us who are already in connection, it may indicate that your connection will become deeper, more loving, more connected. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Can we have messages for the Divine Melanated Collective, please? Messages for the Divine Melanated Collective. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Messages for the collective. Well, there's far too many there. Far too many. Okay, I'll put them back. Okay, so this one wants to come out. So we have a Five of Pentacles. Oh, we have the Seven of Cups. We have Judgment. Oh, wow, okay. And we have the King of Swords. I'll just take one more. Right, there we go. That one definitely wanted to pop out. And we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. Right, so let's have a look. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card about feeling kind of left out in the cold, feeling that there's perhaps you've missed out on something, you've been ignored, passed over. Spirit is clearly saying here that the financial difficulties, maybe health difficulties, feeling ostracized or whatever, there's some of us are in that space or have been in that space. On top of that, there's been Seven of Cups here, which is a state of confusion and indecision. So some of this is clearly a message for those of you who are in a state where, or in a position in your life where you're feeling like you're perhaps losing faith, perhaps feeling that you've been ostracized, that Spirit has abandoned you in some way. And I think Spirit's clearly coming in here and saying we're here. We are here. And that transformation is to take place. It's clearly, to me, I'm picking up that it's a message of hold on. Hold on, because we are here. Spirit is saying transformation is on its way. However, Spirit and transformation will take place in Spirit's timing, when Spirit knows it's right for you, not when we think we need it. And that is often the tension and the frustration that takes place. You've got many choices here, and there's a need to move forward, but you're not moving forward because you're not knowing which way to go and what decision to make. Okay, so it says here, when you daydream your way into the future, the options that you have in front of you can feel both under and overwhelming. The path from A to Z is often nebulous, and life can present itself like a game of chutes and ladders that brings you down only to lift you up. So yeah, some of you will have been going through a time or have had a life that seemed to be signified by ups and downs, like you can't consistently maintain your successes and you wonder why you keep going back to square one. To choose the correct and perfect path can further complicate and muddle your decision, because there is no way to know everything that will spill forth from the cup you choose. Use your intuition to decide, remembering that the temptation of shiny things can be illusory, while challenging paths will often hold unexpected opportunity. Perhaps some of you need to maybe look back and think, okay, where have I actually chosen what looks the nicest, but maybe it's not led me to the fulfillment and to the heart opening and to the happiness that I have really desired. And that is perhaps where you've ended up feeling a bit left out in the cold. Like, when is it my time? When am I going to achieve the success and the abundance and the stability and the love and the fulfillment that I really, really crave? So Spirit's reminding us here that, you know, be mindful of your choices and use your intuition. Don't always go for what's easiest. So perhaps some of that feeling out in the cold has been as a result of not choosing in the best way. And Spirit is saying, look, enlightenment, you need to use your intuition. You need to tap into us. Yeah, we are here for you. Very much so. Okay. Next, we have the Judgment card. And Judgment is showing us quite clearly that your time is coming. Okay. Whatever you have missed out on, it's going to come back to you. It's very much about spiritual awakening. So it taps in very much to the enlightenment card here. Okay, whoops, sorry, I can't pick it up. Yeah. Spirit is very much showing us that when you tap in, the enlightenment is coming and the judgment is going to work in your favour. It's very much a sign and a card that says things are going to work out in your favour, but you have to be patient. We all judge each other, and you've perhaps been judging yourself and been feeling judged, yeah? Been feeling judged, been feeling left out in the cold, been feeling isolated, feeling abandoned by others. Well, hopefully that time Spirit is saying they're here, yeah? And that change is on its way. Okay, so hold fast, my lovelies. I know this reading is not, we all want to have a reading that says, oh, lots of love is coming, lots of abundance is coming, etc., etc. This perhaps doesn't, but this is perhaps one of the best readings because it's reassuring you that change is coming. Okay, that feeling isolated, out in the cold, abandoned, that is going to end, and that Spirit is with you. All right. This card is very much about dropping your masks as well. Shed any negativity. It's time for you to really step into who you are. Some of that feeling out in the cold may be that you've maybe not been true to yourself. We cannot, none of any of us reach our full potential unless our heart is completely honest and open. When we're talking about ourselves and being ourselves, you've got to expand yourself. So accept our own hearts and not judge ourselves. You know, they say your outer world is a reflection of your inner. And so perhaps some of this feeling out in the cold and being judged has been as a result of the energies that you've created within yourself. Do you judge yourself, my beautifuls? Do you? I know many of us do. I know I've had periods of my life for a long time where the thoughts that I had about myself were ones of judgment. I would be telling myself off in my head. So clearly Spirit is telling us to stop judging ourselves. Make clear choices that are based on intuition and spiritual guidance. Okay? Because when we judge ourselves, then we're creating the energy in the outer world that then comes back to us. Okay? We next have the King of Swords, and I like the King of Swords because the King of Swords is a figure who is fair-minded. He's very intelligent. It's the rule of law. A strong leader, a truth bearer. Okay? So this could be you, or this could be someone in your life or someone coming into your life. Very much about rules, okay, but very much fair-minded, clear thinking. This person knows that blending kind of intelligence and emotional and spiritual is what will lead to success. So clearly Spirit is reminding us that if you haven't got this person in your life already, this is who you're going to be becoming. Someone who is able to balance both logic and thought with spirit. excuse me, got a frog in my throat there, with spirit and that authentic kind of intuitive sense. And that's the way you're going to really step into the truth of who you are. Okay? You become a confident authority. This gentleman knows who he is. He carries his sword there. A sword can be a really sharp implement, which is perhaps because the swords represent communication and words. That's very sharp, and he can use it if he chooses to. But you see how it's down. He just carries it casually because he knows how to wield it. He doesn't have to hold it up in anger and in aggression to prove his authority. Okay? And he's able to sail through. You see how there's lots of blue sort of a spiritual colour. Okay? So he's very connected. He's not just connected to his words, but he's also connected to spirit. Okay, a lot of wisdom here. You see the owl in the corner? All right. So a very sure, confident person. And this is what you're moving into. Okay, and that. And when you move into that space, then you then shun and get rid of the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is the torment and the torture in your mental capacity. Okay, it's about that feeling stuck and feeling out in the cold. Yeah, these two energies will disappear. Okay, through that change, Spirit's clearly telling you that when this change kicks in, it's those feelings of anguish and feeling abandoned and feeling judged by yourself and others that Spirit is trying to clear away. So work with Spirit. Tap into your intuitive self, okay? Try not to resist the changes, because the changes that are coming, Spirit is bringing in for a reason. And some of these changes is for your enlightenment and your betterment. Some of these changes will mean perhaps stepping out of your comfort zone. It will mean getting rid of things that you'd be afraid to lose. And it could mean some people perhaps who are very, very close to you. And it may mean that you have to have a very, very different relationship and connection to them. And some of them you may need to let go of completely. And that will feel very, very scary, because if it's family members, you may well think to yourself, well, how can I let go of them? They're family. They're part of my earth family. They're part of my collective emotional group. But if they're not supporting you, and in fact, if indeed they're toxic and they're encouraging this feeling of being abandoned, left out in the cold, if they are people who are judging you, yeah, making you feel insecure in who you are, okay, and supporting these toxic thoughts that you're having about yourself, then perhaps you do need to let them go. And it is terrifying. And I've had to do the very same thing myself a few times in my life, okay? So I know it's scary. However, if you want to step away from this feeling abandoned, step away from the indecision and the not knowing what to do, and being insecure about the choices that you're making, and making choices that perhaps turn out to not be for your highest good, then you really do have to allow Spirit. Hi guys, sorry, I had to have a quick break because my camera decided to turn itself off. So I'd just like to thank you, Spirit, to bring in the guardians and see which guardians are with us at this time. Okay. Thank you very much for bearing with me. I hope you're enjoying the reading, and if it resonates with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to put a comment below. And if you're still here at this point and you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe, because it really helps the channel. And also you've got to press the notification bell, apparently. Apparently that's really important. And then you'll get to know every time I release a new video. I haven't done any advice videos for a while. Haven't felt necessarily guided to or inspired to, but I do feel that coming towards the new year, there will be probably one or two that I feel areas that I think perhaps need discussing. So I'll be uploading those, and over the holiday period, I think next week will probably be my last one for the holiday period, and I'll take a break until January. But I want to thank those of you who are here and have been with me. Just thank you very, very much for allowing me to share the insights that Spirit sends through me with you, and I hope they're useful to you. So for final time, so Spirit, thank you very much for your guidance, your love and support. Please, which guardian is with us today? Okay, this one's flipping out, and we have, oh, look at that, isn't she gorgeous? We have the Heart Guardian. The Heart Guardian is with us today. So let me just read what we need to learn from our Heart Guardian. Okay, and this book is not straightforward, so It's not like they're alphabetical or anything, they're in sections. So let me just find her. All right, so a lovely card. It says love and let yourself be loved. Okay. So the message is you are love, lovable and loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling around you. That's beautiful. Encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know that you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and receive love. If you are finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where it's due. You are also encouraged to welcome support from others. Learn to receive. Don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or in a new relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. And I do feel very much that this feeling of being isolated and out in the cold, these feelings of being mentally tortured, this is the key. Yeah, bring the love in for yourself. And as I said earlier, your internal creates your external. So when we get rid of those feelings, the doubts, the criticizing of ourselves, if we trust in spirit and allow spirit to work through us and with us, love ourselves, spirit will bring love back to us, because it will bring back to us what we're sending out. And so that feeling of being judged by others, of judging yourselves, will transmute itself, okay, into, because that's very much about change. Remember, both these cards were talking about the transformation and change. All right, it seems very clear that that change is going to start with love. Okay, start by loving yourself. Like it said, let things go. Do you remember I said that you may have to let some things go? Okay, even if it's people that are close to you or have been close to you. All right, so I hope that's been a good reading for you. If you did resonate, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. If you have any questions or you want to comment, please place them below, and I will be placing my additional links below. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings, good luck, until next week. Bye.